It's the media chat room, and we're here to get into some more hot headlines. So, y'all, we about to dig up all in Tyrese business, and we'll go over exactly why he's trending right now with his ex-wife, Samantha Lee. Now, before we go over these headlines, I'm gonna need you to like and share the video. Also, make sure you subscribe to the channel, and make sure that you hit the notification bell so that you know when we drop our next video. That way, YouTube could know that we're making quality content for our chatty patty lovers. And before we get into it, y'all, I have to give a shout out to some of our chatty patty fam. Thank you guys for supporting the channel and always staying engaged with our content. In one of our previous videos, I said if you would leave the 100 emoji, then I would shout you out, and I wanted to make sure that I did. Plus, I wanted y'all to know I really be in them comments. Now, let's get back to Tyrese. So, Tyrese's ex-wife, Samantha Lee, is going viral because she did an interview with Harley Initiated and stated that she regrets divorcing Tyrese. Y'all, they got married in 2017, and then they announced their divorce in 2020. Now, at the time of them getting divorced, it was a media shit show. Tyrese had a lot going on, and he expressed it was because of the things that he was dealing with Samantha. Now, I don't know if y'all remember, but recently when Tyrese went on the Breakfast Club, this was one of the issues that he presented that he had with Envy, that he did not call and check on him or his wife knowing that they were going through a divorce. Now, I'm not going to spend much time on that because you could go back and watch the video. I'll link it in the description for you. But the divorce left him an emotional wreck. Now, at the time, Tyrese said he did not want to get a divorce, and he did everything that he could to be with his wife and to save his family. But Samantha didn't want to have nothing to do with it. Now, here we are years later, and she appears on a podcast show saying that she regrets getting a divorce and admits that other people was in her ear, which encouraged her to divorce her husband. In addition to her being highly emotional. Now that she's grown and had time to reflect on the situation and experience the damaging effect of a divorce, she admits that she probably should have waited before filing for a divorce, in addition to maybe wanting to be with Tyrese again. Now, here's some viral trending moments from the interview.
So how did you know that divorce was the right option for you in your relationship?
Of course, I won't go into specifics about what happened or why it happened. But I will say that it's very important for you to seek wise counsel. I've had a therapist for a very long time. So loved ones, people that support you, you want to make sure that you are involving in that decision making. And you have to really decide and make a very calculated decision based upon your belief systems, based upon who you're speaking to, your wise counsel, like giving them the information and then making the best decision. I think that we do take divorce very casually. And I'll admit, I probably looked at it a little less intensely as I should have. That's me looking back on it. Because I would never tell, I work with women. I would never tell a woman to walk through that in the same frame of mind I was in when I did it. I was very, very hurt. I was very angry. And I remember like when I made like the decision, I was like hysterically crying on the phone with my attorney. That was not the person I should have been on the phone with. I was not in any position to make that decision. I was extremely emotionally intoxicated. We can be intoxicated with our emotions. And I would never tell somebody to make that decision when they're that emotional. But of course, I wasn't talking to someone that genuinely would be for marriage. So at that time when I was on the phone and I made that decision, I was livid. I was emotional. I was hysterical. And so if anything, if I could take anything from that and advise somebody else, because I don't want families to be torn apart.
Yeah.
It would be that if you're that hurt and you're like that emotional about someone, that's not a lack of love. Like the opposite of love is not hate. It's indifference. It's void of love, void of feelings. And so if I'm that emotional and I'm that hurt and I'm like on that level where I'm just like, I can't stop thinking and I'm just obsessing over why I am hurt. It if it's misguided and misdirected, it can go in a bad direction. I didn't know that at the time.
Yeah.
And I made a decision like, well, I'm so angry, I'm so hurt. And, you know, this is, you know, and I'm just like, you know, forget it, you know, like, never mind. Like, I need to be done with this. This is horrible. You know, you just ruminating on all the negative things and not focused on any of the positive things. The people I had in my ear at the time were not for that.
So let me ask you this. If we can go back, and if I were able somehow to insulate you with a pro-marriage, pro-relationship community, do you think you still would have actually gone through a divorce?
Not that time. If I had different people in my ear at that time, I would not have made that decision. No.
Wow.
And because you don't have a certain person in your life to check you and say, sis, what about this? What about this? What about these strengths? What about what he's not doing? Like those types of things. That can get you thinking about the positive aspects of this person that you may not be thinking about when you're upset. You're only thinking about what you're mad about. You're not thinking about all the other positive aspects of this person. And so in those moments, you need somebody to be the person for that person.
Yeah.
In those moments. Once you get lawyers involved, I'll be honest, court systems win in this. No, families don't win in divorce. And, you know, I don't think I even realized how ugly it would get, you know? And like I said, if I could walk back in time, you know, sometimes I battle with myself about that, but that's the biggest regret I currently have.
You know, assuming that, you know, this person was open to it, are you now in the spirit of potentially even being able to rekindle a relationship, like rekindle that relationship? Is your spirit in that place?
So I would say that if we were both willing to fight and we were both willing to do certain things, then yes.
So this interview was about 2.5 hours, but it was very high level. Overall, in the interview, she talked about things you might need to work on before you consider marriage. Emotionally decompressing before you decide to file for a divorce, which could lead you to make an irrational decision. The actual divorce process and life after a divorce, especially when you have a family. Not chatty patties. I ain't gonna lie, I thought it was a very good interview. She was very thoughtful, thorough, and compassionate with her answers, providing insight from an experienced perspective because hindsight is 2020. And she really seems to have grown and matured since her actual divorce. And most of all, taking accountability for her actions and decisions in deciding to file for a divorce. But I know y'all don't care what I think. Y'all want to know what Tyrese thought. Baby Tyrese said cap. He said it was all lies and she was doing this just to build a follow. Not that she has a social media presence. Because Tyrese said she had many of the resources that she actually spoke about in this interview. And basically, he was just a quick lick. And that past experience was the inspiration for his new single, Love Transaction. And that still seems to be the issue to this day because she wants $20,000 a month in child support and alimony payment. Oh, and y'all, Tyrese said, don't get it twisted. He may come off as still being emotionally attached to Samantha. However, his music is a way to express himself and share past experiences of things that he's gone through, which is the same thing that's done by artists like Mary J. Blige and Adele. So no, he is not interested in getting back with Samantha because she is a narcissist and sociopath. Plus, he already have an old lady. Well, she actually not old, she's younger, but no judgment. He's currently dating Zelly Timothy, who is an entrepreneur and social media influencer. They've been in a public relationship since March of 2021. He seems to be in love, as he described her as loving, patient, and kind. One of the recent ways that he expressed his love for her was purchasing her a Land Rover for her 28th birthday. The two of them seem to be in love and headed in the right direction. However, as for Tyrese and Samantha, who are now co-parents to a 5-year-old, the jury is still out on it. Nonetheless, here's Tyrese's reaction to Samantha's interview with Harley initiating.
I was not going to respond to this video of my ex that's now gone viral. She is loving it. Congratulations, you went viral again over something else that you said because you're trying to build up your YouTube page and get your followers up. Listen, man, listen. If you had people in your ear that influenced you into leaving your husband and your 1-year-old child, your innocent 1-year-old child, we both were divorcee kids, grew up in toxic environments, torn in between our old family, new family, stepfather, stepmother. That's a life that we both lived. And you packed up a 1-year-old, put a COVID mask on top of the Ring cameras, and I was literally in an airplane on my way home to fight for my marriage and my family. You're heartless. None of your friends recognize you. This is all about money. If you had friends in your ear, you're lying, you're gaslighting, you're playing. The only person that was in your ear was your mama. Her name is Patricia Randolph. You didn't have people in your ear. The amount of people that was supposedly in your ear, you also had a whole lot of people like Aventer Gray, Taffy Dollar, Creflo Dollar's wife, who married us. You had a whole lot of people in your ear telling you that you're about to do something stupid, impulsive, and y'all are actually not going through anything that would make you want to leave your husband. Let's go even further. When Aventer Gray and Pastor John Gray were having their own marital issues at the time, you arranged a therapy session with Aventer Gray at our house. And when she walked out of her therapy session, she walked into the foyer where the Bumblebee is, and there was 50 boxes with like 7 or 8 people there packing up all to leave the house. And I was in an airplane on my way home to try and fight and save our marriage. So if you had people in your ear at the time, they must be still in your ear, because you're still trying to get $20,000 a month for a 5-year-old. You make $160,000 a year on your own. This is all a game. You're clout chasing. You're something that I don't even know. A simple woman, not into materialistic things, don't care about fame and mansions and popularity. You're everything that you told me and all of your friends and loved ones that you wasn't. If you wanted to be famous, boo-boo, that's all you had to say. You didn't have to play this game that you wasn't. Now you out here playing on single mothers and their emotions, playing on women that are actually in abusive relationships and fucked up marriages that are toxic and dark and dysfunctional. That's not what that was. You think I would have a song entitled "I Don't Think You Ever Loved Me" if I didn't really feel that way? You think I would have a song out called "Love Transaction" if I didn't realize that it was never love, it was just a transaction? This is about money. You've hired 3 law firms trying to suck me dry. I'm approaching $1 million in legal fees, and we had a prenup. You already tried to ask me to come back. You already tried to reconcile. I told you I was in a relationship with Zelly, and I was not willing to go and break this off or cut this woman off because you decided to wake up on a Wednesday and come back and play in the sandbox. Everything about the way you left me was heartless. It was evil. You never considered me, your marriage, and let alone your innocent 1-year-old child. She had to celebrate her 2nd birthday apart. And if you really are really suddenly caring about the effects that you've had on me and your family, why don't you sick these lawyers off of me? Call your lawyers right now and tell them that everything that you're still trying to get right now, you don't want it no more. $20,000 a month for a child? Our prenup says no alimony. Our prenup said everything that the prenup said. You're trying to crack the prenup, and it's been 3 years of it. I should have never hired a fucking attorney. I had a prenup. Everything that I was supposed to give you in the prenup, I gave it to you. You want more. And it's been 3 years. I've moved on. I'm with Zelly. You moved on. I don't even want to tell the first nigga you started dating when we broke up, because you're going to go viral from that. If I were to tell niggas who you started dating as soon as we broke up, you would go viral from that. All you want is attention. You want Facebook followers. You want Instagram followers. You're trying to be a life coach and you're trying to get to drink the Kool-Aid. Everybody can see through your bullshit. She's a fucking narcissist. Not only is she a narcissist, but she's a sociopath as well. I don't want no one to confuse me releasing songs, singing about how I feel about Samantha with confusing me wanting this woman back. If I wanted her back, I would have got her back. I don't want Sam. She may be saying that she was thinking about, no, go sell this shit to somebody else. I was a good man, a good husband, and very, very focused on my family and my children.
Now, y'all, Tyrese was calling Samantha Cap, but the internet was calling Tyrese Cap the whole time, saying he was ready to respond before the podcast even released, because y'all know Tyrese responds to everything. Okay, Chatty Patties, now y'all already know it's time to get in those comments. What do y'all think about the things that Samantha actually said during her interview? Did she come off as sincere and genuine to you as well? Or did it seem to be textbook and counseling fluff? And y'all, let's get into Tyrese's reaction video. Do y'all really think she's just trying to give us the Kool-Aid so that we can follow her on social media? Could he still be projecting a lot of pain and hurt that he experienced through this relationship and not wanting others to give her a fair chance because of his experiences with her? Or is he just mad at her because she wants $20,000 a month in child support, point blank period? And let me know what y'all feel about that $20,000 a month in child support. Is that too much? I can't wait to see what y'all say, because y'all know I'm gonna be in those comments. Y'all, that's all that we have to report with these headlines. But before you go, make sure that you like and share this video. Also, make sure that you subscribe to the channel to become an official Chatty Patty lover. All you have to do is tap on the subscribe button. It's totally free and we love it here. And last but not least, don't forget to click on the notification bell so that you know when we drop our next video. So until then, I'll be in the comments and digging in the headlines for our next video. Bye-bye.